thumbs up. Awesome. All right, very good. Well, welcome back to band rehearsal number 3. We're making our way through all of our band rehearsals this year, finally, thankfully. Let's start today. Well, here, time out. The past couple of rehearsals, we've waited to put together our instruments and all that kind of stuff until we handed out all the appropriate safety gear and everything. Now, as long as you keep these masks on your belt, when you get in here, you want to go ahead and start putting together your instrument and doing a little bit of warming up, maybe practicing a few of the things that you see on the board for the day. You're more than welcome to do that, okay? So now that we have talked about safety stuff, everybody has the appropriate belt covers. When you come in, go ahead and unpack all your stuff, okay? All right, so let's get started with what we see on the board today. We're going to start by just doing a little bit of review from what we've done in the past couple of rehearsals, okay? So let's start with 15. We'll probably start with this exercise quite a bit because it just makes a nice, simple way to get our reed vibrating, get our lips buzzing, get our air blowing, but also get our tone working. We've got 4 quarter notes of each pitch right in a row, so it's a good way for us to get our tongue warmed up as well. At home, students, can you hear me okay? We're doing good? Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and masks down, instruments up, sit up straight, 2 feet flat on the floor. If you've got anything in front of you, like a case for your instrument, let's move that off to the side. Good. Play and hold this first note. It sounds like this. Ready, play. Remember, those rests are part of the music. So we get to that second measure, and we see those 4 squiggly lines. We've got to get 4 beats of silence in there, okay? Without me, please. I'll have you play this on your own without me playing along. Instruments up, masks down, sitting up straight, 2 feet both flat on the floor. Thank you. 1, 2, ready, play. Nicely done, everybody. Nicely done. Well, let's move on and take a look at number 19 as a little bit of review from last time. So now, remember we had a new note in number 19. So double check the fingering for that note. Okay. Double check the fingering for that note. And let's give this one a try. Our first note sounds like this. Okay, play and match that pitch, please. 2 feet flat on the floor, both feet flat on the floor. Thank you. Play and match this pitch. Good. All right. Let's play number 19 all the way through. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Play. Let me hear y'all play it again, once without me, please. 1, 2, 1. Masks down, instruments up. I'm going to just wander around and listen to you all play it for me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Together, good. Masks back on, please, for a second. That's better. That's better. Good. That's right. So let's go on now. And we didn't get to this last time. Let's start on some new material, Country Walk number 20. So it starts off with that new note that we just learned in 19. Okay. We play that twice. So let's do this exercise just 2 measures at a time. Okay. Let's play just the first 2 measures. Here we go. Instruments up, masks down, sitting up straight, good posture, 2 feet flat on the floor. Okay, first 2 measures, so we've got 4 quarter notes and 2 half notes. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Good. Play that much without me, please. 1, 2, just that much. Good. Look at the next 2 measures. Again, same rhythm, 4 quarter notes and 2 half notes. Sounds like this. Okay, play that with me. 1, 2, instruments up, 2, ready, play. Yeah, so we're on measure 3 and measure 4, right where we left off. Play it again. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Up to this point, 4 quarter notes and 2 half notes. Compare these 2 measures. It's measure 5 and measure 6. Compare these 2 measures to the first 2 measures. Are they exactly the same, similar, or completely different? If you think they are completely different, raise your hand. If you think they're similar, raise your hand. If you think they're exactly the same, raise your hand. Yeah, so we've already actually done these 2 measures. What's your question? So we're looking at these here, right? So C is this middle thing. B is the first finger. A is 1 and 2. And G is 1, 2, 3. Okay. So all right, let's play these measures, please. 5 and 6. Instruments up. 2 feet flat on the floor, sitting up straight. I've lost my at-home students. Sorry, at-home students. I think I've got too many things hanging around my neck. All right, here we go. Measures 5 and 6. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Play. Last 2 measures, that's back on. Last 2 measures, compare those to 3 and 4. Are they exactly the same, similar, or completely different? Masks back on, please, while we're not playing. Thank you. Raise your hand if you think they're completely different. Raise your hand if you think they're similar. Raise your hand if they are exactly the same. They are similar, right? The first four notes are exactly the same, but that last measure, we just have one whole note instead of two half notes, right? So they're very similar, but not quite exactly the same. Last two measures, please, okay? Last two measures, here we go. Instruments up, masks down, sitting up straight, feet flat on the floor. All right, here we go. 1, 2, last two measures, and. Do it again, same place, and. Good, and now we've taken all these puzzle pieces, we figured out each small piece of the puzzle. Let's put it together into one full song. All the way from the beginning to the end. Country walk. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Masks back on, and let's look at the next exercise. So now in 21, we get another new note. Okay, another new note. So look at the first note of 21. This is our new note. Look at that little diagram that's to the left of this exercise, and it should show you what fingering to use for this note. So trumpets and tenor sax. This new note for us is a G. Don't do that to your mouth. Okay. For trumpets, G is open. No fingers whatsoever. Okay. Tenor sax, this G is from. Okay. For clarinets, it's also a G, isn't it? For clarinet, it's no fingers at all. For trombone and tuba, our new note is an F. Okay, F is in first position for trombones. Tuba, it's open, no vowels at all. Let's see, horn. Your new note is C, right? So that's thumb and open. Who did I miss? Saxophones. Our new note here is D, so now this is a big change for us. Our last note was C, just that middle finger. Now we've got thumb in the back, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. You probably get to use our right hand here as well. So thumb, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep. You got it. All right. At home, folks, how are we on this new note? Give me a thumbs up if we're good on this new note. We're good. Sony, you good? Okay, very good. So let's play and hold this first new note that we have in 21. Masks down, instruments up, sitting up straight, 2 feet flat on the floor, and it sounds like this. Ready and play. All right, let's try the first 2 measures of getting it together. Half note, whole note. We're only going to go that far. Okay, number 21. Hold on, let's not play until we're all playing together. All right, 21, first 2 measures only. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready, play. Ready, play. Good. Look at the next 2 measures. We're working our way back up to that new note. Let's play that. Okay, 4 quarter notes and a half note. 1, 2, 1, two, ready, play. The next two measures, we're just working our way right down these top four notes that we know. Rest in between each note, so it sounds like this. Okay, one step down at a time. Let's start right there, please. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Last two notes, 4 quarter notes, and then in the last measure, we've got 1 beat of rest at the beginning. So let's not play in that rest. It should sound like this. Okay, so let's play those last 2 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. Masks back on. Just move your fingers while I play it for you. Okay, last 2 measures. Just move your fingers and think. Okay, make sure we get that rest in there. All right, masks back down, instruments up. Let's play it together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Good. All the way back to the beginning, please. All the way back to the beginning. 1, 2, at the beginning, 2, ready, play. Now, just the band on their own. Here we go. And at home, folks. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, play. Rest. Remember, one of the key rules in this room is that we just keep trying, okay? Even if we get lost, do your best to get back with the rest of the band. Even if you miss a note, do your best to get back to the next note and play that correctly, okay? Nobody's expecting perfection right now, as long as you just keep trying to be better each day, okay? Better and better each day is all we ask for. Good, let's go on. So now we're going to start the next page, page 9. On page 9, we have a few new signs that we haven't seen yet. At home, folks, I'm going to try to write big enough so you can see on the board. We have, at the end of every song we've played so far, 1 thin line and 1 thick line. Make sure we get masks up, please, guys. Masks up, thank you. 1 thin line and 1 thick line. And this always tells us that the song is over. At home, folks, can you see the board okay? Okay, all right. Now, on this page, we're going to add 2 dots to the end of the line. That's a repeat sign, okay? So where the 2 lines meant you get there and you stop, add 2 dots on it, and it means you get there and you go back to the beginning and play it all again. So we'd end up actually playing number 23 2 times through, okay? Let's try 23. Okay? So take a look at those first 2 measures. Okay, so we're starting on those first 3 notes that we learned way back at the beginning of band. Those same 3 notes we had for hot cross buttons. Instruments up, masks down, sitting up straight, 2 feet flat on the floor. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready? Play. We're just doing 2 measures. Just 2 measures. Let's play again. 1, 2. Again. 2. Ready? Play. Stop there, and we're going to go to the last 2 measures, okay? Look at the last 2 measures of this song. 4 quarter notes, a half note, and a half rest. Let's play these 2 measures. Sounds like this. Rest, rest. Okay, play together. Instruments up, mask down, sitting up straight. 1, 2, 1, 2. Last 2 measures. Good. So now we're going to practice this repeat. We're going to play the last 2 measures, and then we're going to take that repeat and go back and play the first 2 measures. So it'll sound like this. I'm starting with the last 2 measures. Rest, repeat. Cool? Let's do that. We're practicing the repeat. Last 2 measures. Here we go. 1, 2. Last 2 measures. Ready, play. Rest, repeat. All right. So that's a new thing to learn in 23. We'll keep working on that for a future lesson. Let's learn another new symbol on this page. Look at the end of 25. You have a thing that looks like this. It's a dot with a big curved line over it. That's called a fermata. And it means when we get to that note, we're going to hold that note longer than its original value. So look at that last measure. That's a whole note, right? How many fingers, show me, how many beats does that whole note get?
You're going to do 8.
Hold up fingers, let me see. How many beats does a whole note get? 4 beats for a whole note, yeah. And if we turn that into a note with a fermata on it, then we would give it longer than that. I think the kind of general rule is you give it its value plus half, okay? So we would give this maybe 6 counts. So let's play the last 2 measures here. We're working down the 5 notes that we know so far. We're just going to hold that last note out nice and long. Okay, here we go. Last 2 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ready, play. And we would get down to that last note. And if you're in an ensemble setting like this, go and put your masks back up. You would hold it until the conductor says to stop, which you all did wonderfully. Good job. If you're just playing by yourself, you hold it until you decide that it sounds good, and we'll stop it right there. Typically, you'll see fermatas at the very end of songs because it kind of gives a little bit of finality to the end of the song. Sure, I haven't decided yet, right? But if the audience hears this, it's pretty clear that the song is over, right? So a lot of times you'll see fermatas like that at the end of songs. Okay, so those are a couple of new things that we see on page 9. We will spend some more time with that in rehearsal next week and maybe in our lesson. A couple of reminders. We're about done for the day. A couple of reminders. I posted assignment number 3 in Google Classroom yesterday. Should be a pretty easy, pretty fun one. Doesn't require your instrument whatsoever. All you need is a pencil or pen and a piece of paper. It's a little drawing activity. So make sure you're completing that pretty soon. And then also, have you done assignment number 1 and 2? Most of you have done 1. A few of you I'm still waiting on assignment number 2. That's the flip grid video. So make sure we're getting assignment 1 and 2. And then don't forget band rehearsal and your individual lessons are 2 different things. Now that we've started band rehearsals, it's band rehearsals and lessons, not either or, right? It's band rehearsals and lessons. So we got to do them both. Don't forget to come to your lesson at your assigned lesson times, okay? Any questions? Any questions at home? Are we good? All is good. All right, online folks, you can head on out. Bye. Everybody else, go ahead and pack up. When you are packed up, I'll come around and spray hands, and then you're free to get going.